Lady K, are you ready?
I know she ready.
Kiki, are you ready?
Bayou
Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming into the Ladies Den. It is Thursday night. It goes down in the den, y'all. We talk about everything. Nothing is off topic. We are uncut and uncensored. So, you got any show ideas? You want to be a guest on our show? Send us a message. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the Ladies Den, and we'll get you on.
We'll definitely get you on.
First of all, before we get started, I have to send a prayer up for my girl Kiki. She is not feeling her best. And we're definitely going to miss her, but I just want to send some prayers up for my girl, let you know we love you. We're praying for you. And we're hoping you pull through. Well, which you will pull through, but we're hoping everything gets better and we love you. Okay.
Feel better. Feel better soon.
Feel better. Also, we normally feature a different beverage, preferably by a Black-owned winery, water, whatever. Since we have not been in a brick and mortar and doing this remotely, we normally share what we are drinking. Tonight, y'all, I am not on any alcohol. I am drinking a strawberry lemonade from the Wing Shack.
What?
From the Wing Shack. Okay. I mean from the Wingstop. The Wingstop. Just got a strawberry lemonade tonight. My tummy ain't feeling too tight, so I don't want to drink any alcohol. So
well,
what you drinking on over there?
Since I'm traveling right now. I'm working in a different area. So on the way from the project site, I stopped by the neighborhood Walgreens.
Ooh. And
picked up this from Barefoot fruit. They call it Fruitscato.
Oh.
And this is blueberry.
That's my favorite. I love anything blueberry.
This is the Barefoot wine, and everybody drinks. They have all kinds of wines. But I saw this blueberry, and I'd never seen this bottle before, like you just said. So y'all about to
it looks pretty good.
Sample this with me. Let me see. It smells good. It's good. It's good. It's got a fizz to it. So it's one of those that you could easily just keep sipping on, and before you know it, the bottle is gone. I know I will.
Okay. It looks like it's got a little fuzz to it. Is it more like a wine or close to a champagne?
It's in the middle.
In the middle?
It's in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like it's got a little fuzz to it. Yeah, okay.
But it's good though. So shouts out to Barefoot Wines and their Fruitscato.
I'm gonna have to try that. I have never heard of that. Mm-hmm. Never heard of that.
Me either. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, let me just grab this. This looks good.
It looks good. And I'm a blueberry, any and everything. Cake, muffins, cereal bars. Only thing I have not taken a liking to is the blueberry pie with just the blueberries in it. So I don't know. I never tried it, but I am a blueberry girl to the end. Give me some blueberries, blueberry muffins. I love me a good old blueberry muffin.
Okay. Yeah.
Love me a good blueberry. But
fun fact about the Bayou Diva.
Oh yes, I am a blueberry to the end, honey. You can keep the strawberry, you keep all that other stuff. Give me some blueberries. I'm good.
Okay, watch out. You're gonna be looking like the little girl on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I mean Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that ate all the blueberries and she ended up turning blue.
Yeah, I remember.
And they had to de-juice her to get out of there.
To get it out of her. Hey, listen. I don't even care. I love me some blueberries, okay?
Okay.
So tonight, y'all, we are going to discuss parenting.
Boy.
And parenting skills. It's a lot that goes with it.
It is.
And one of my good friends, D Screen, we talked about this yesterday, and she was like, that should be a topic for your show. And I was like, you know what? We don't have a topic for tomorrow. So guess what? This is what we're going to talk about.
It's a good topic.
So what it is, first we're going to talk about parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about how much or how long should you coddle your kids, grown or not. Then once your kids have their own kids and they're grown, are you responsible for taking care of your grandkids when they can't? Are you responsible for raising your grandkids when you've already raised your kids? At what limit and when do you stop taking care of your kids? Now, we touched on this a little bit on another topic on the show some time ago. But I'm just wondering, as adults, like, when is enough enough? And when do you say, do you give tough love? Or do you say, no, I'm going to help my child because it's my child, and you go back to coddling them again, doing things for them again, and just taking care of their responsibilities, and they're an adult now.
Right.
So, first and foremost, again, like I said, I was speaking with a friend on yesterday, and I was like, you know what? This is going to be a great topic.
Yeah.
One, for me, everybody has different parenting skills. That's for sure. Everybody has different parenting skills. So we can't tell anybody how to parent their kids. But when your adult child gets grown and they start having kids of their own, I don't feel like you are obligated to take care of their kids, especially when, you've raised your own kids and you've helped them. But again, to what degree? To what degree do you help them? To what degree do you become a fixture in their life? Or do you, when is enough enough, and when do you cut them loose?
Right.
So, for me, and I've had this conversation with one of my cousins too, because, they feel like, oh, my dad should take care of us and we should have everything. No. I definitely don't agree with that. Now, for me, I can speak for me, for my kids, my boys. I don't mind doing for them and helping them. I don't mind at all. But you have to show that you want to help yourself.
Right.
You got to show that, okay, well, I'm trying I'm not just gonna drop what I'm doing and just say, okay, well, I got to take care of my kids. No, 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 I'm not gonna do that, especially when you're a grown adult. So it's gotta be something that, some way you gotta cut ties some kind of way. Now, of course, when your kids they're still in high school, they're still in school, then of course you have to do what you have to do as a parent.
Right.
But once they, once they get grown, and then especially when they grown and out of your home, I just don't feel like you should have to take care of them and take care of their responsibility.
Okay.
So, because I'm just going to tell you, the conversation I had with a friend yesterday was, she had to take her grandkids because the daughter didn't want, she wasn't doing right. And so she left the kids somewhere and left. And so the other grandparent was like, okay, now the other grandparent is telling her, I'm going to take this child. I'm going to court and I'm going to take the child. Now, keep in mind, you telling this to the other grandparent of the young lady. So what makes you think that she's not going to be like, oh no, you're not taking my grandkids. I'd rather take my grandkids. But in the same token, she has helped her daughter on numerous occasions.
Okay.
She's helped her daughter on numerous occasions. So, like, when is enough enough? Granted, you don't want to see your grandkids in foster care or somewhere like that, but when is enough enough? Like, and this I know it's kind of different for you because you don't have kids, but like, when do you cut the string? Like, when do you say, hey, listen, I've helped you. Hey, Tina, I've helped you. You've been here 2-3 times and you keep doing the same thing. So is the grandparent really responsible for taking care of the kid? I mean, what's your feelings on that? I know you don't have kids, but
it's kind of touchy. I don't, but I come from a big family. I was raised by my grandmother, first of all. Eventually, I was raised by my mom once my grandmother passed away. And I will say, in our family, I have seen a mixture of the grandparent taking basic control of the kid, and the parent is like, right there. The parent is there, but the grandparent is the one that kind of takes over. And I've seen situations where, the parents are totally responsible and, the grandparent can see them in the summertime or whatever, just, but there's no obligation there. Oh boy. The string has to be cut at some point. But when it's a situation, because another situation that's very close to me, one of my mom's sisters.
Hold on, Nisa, I'm gonna cut off for a second. Yeah. But hey, KK, hey, Sister JJ, for you guys that are just tuning in, we're talking about parenting, and when do you cut the ties with your kids and stop coddling them? And is it a grandparent's responsibility to take care of their kids, children, or child because they're doing something wrong or they can't get it together and they've tried to help them over and over and over again? Is it really their responsibility? And we're not talking about a 30-40-year-old grandmother. We're talking about 60-year-old grandmother. Like, when do you cut the ties? When do you stop coddling? And is it a time that you say, listen, you're on your own because I've had enough? So that's what we're talking about, parenting. And hey, Lanitra, Sincere, but that's what we're talking about. So, tell me y'all thoughts. Like, how do y'all feel about, holding the strings onto your kids and always bailing them out when they need you. You like always they're there, and they do it because they know you're going to be there. So when do you cut the ties with them so they know, okay, I don't have this cushion. I need to get my shit together. I need to take care of my own kids. And this all came from a conversation that I had with a friend on yesterday.
Right.
Excuse me, y'all, take the peppermint out my mouth. On yesterday about her daughter, you know, she's helped her 5 times. She's lived with them 5 times, you know, and she just won't do what she needs to do to take care of her kids. And the grandparents are older, and of course they're doing it, but why should they have to? That's my thing.
Right.
My cousin says sometimes you just have to get the kids only if you can afford to buy. You got to tell them kids of yours no.
Yeah.
I let go mine, saw me going through the struggle.
That's my cousin Kim right there. I was about to say my cousin is on here. She knows like it depends on what's going on. And what I was saying is one of my aunts, I watched, she's my mom's oldest sister. Well, one of her older sisters. And actually the kids of my cousin that just passed away earlier this year, he was married. They were married and they had these children, but they weren't doing right as parents. And literally I watched my aunt raise her grandkids to the point to where she was stressed at what the kids would do. And the oldest one right now, I used to try my best to allow him to just be a kid because he was in a situation where even though he wasn't that old, he had to do for his younger siblings because the mama and daddy wasn't doing right. And my aunt, their grandmother, ended up raising them because she had to. It was a situation where if she didn't do it, they probably would have went into the foster care system. I mean, we as the family wouldn't have let that happen. We tried not to let that happen, but if she hadn't stepped in, they would have been lost in the system because it was a bad situation. But when it's stuff where, like you just said, you have somebody that is just they doing whatever because they know somebody got their back. And you know, I can do this and I can just drop them off at mama's. At that point, it's like, okay, you got what'd you say? She had 5 times? That's 1 hand.
So mom has bailed you out 5 times. You've lived with them on numerous occasions.
Right.
You've had your own place. You moved in with the guy. And you know, you just up and left your kids at the guy's house. So his mom is talking to your mom and she's telling your mom, oh, well, I'm about to go to court so I can get these kids. But they ain't even, I mean, they're your grandkids, but they more her grandkids because she's the grandmother of the mother of the kids.
Well, I mean, but they both grandparents.
But they both grandparents. But at the same token, like, when is enough enough? Granted, I would never want to see my grandkids in a foster care system because that's probably what would have happened.
Right.
Because the son's mother would not have been able to get those kids because it would have went to the female's mom anyway, because they would want to know her next of kin.
Okay.
So it would have went to her anyway, but how do you, I mean, like, when is enough enough? I mean, you don't want to see your kids in your grandkids in a foster system, but when do you let your child know it's time to get your shit together? First of all, I'm not going to always be here. They're older.
Right.
I'm not going to always be here. What are you going to do when I'm gone? And I tell that to my boys now. As a matter of fact, I had that conversation with my son earlier about him and my nephew. And my niece is on here. Like, when y'all gonna start saving and putting stuff aside? I'm not gonna be here forever. So, you know, y'all ain't gonna always have that cushion. All of y'all grandparents are gone. I have no grandparents.
I don't have
any. I have no parents. So that means all of their grandparents are gone. All of their great grandparents are gone. So you don't have that cushion. So when are you going to stand up and do what you need to do? Exactly, cousin. Sometimes you got to step back and let them struggle. But at the same token, it's kind of like a push and pull because you don't want to see your grandkids caught up in the parents' bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when is enough is enough. Because I can tell you, like, I have an uncle who does everything for his kids. Like, when you gonna let them be kids? Stop paying their rent. Stop paying their car note. Stop paying, like, what?
Right.
Like, when are you gonna let them be kids? So I guess a CPS worker sometimes, as a CPS worker, sometimes some parents need that reality check. That shit is real. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tara says, I have 3 grandkids and I only get them when I want them. No grandparents are obligated to take care of kids they didn't give birth to. However, when foster system comes into place, I will take custody of them. If my I lost my place. If my grandkids wasn't being taken care of to avoid them being in the system, I applaud my boss because they take care of their kids and they're always with them. I keep telling mine the same because they found to be lost without. They do, but like, come on. Now, if the foster system comes into play, absolutely, I'm gonna
go get the babies.
Absolutely, I'm going to get my baby. But when there's no foster care system involved and they constantly running to you, and the thing about it is, I mean, I can't talk on everybody's parenting skills, but my sons, they know how to clean up, they know how to cook, they know how to take care of a household. Not only did I teach them, but my mother taught them well. Like, my sons lived with my mother when I first moved here to Atlanta. But that was because my mom wanted them to come until I got settled here in Atlanta. And when I got settled here in Atlanta, they came here. But when they got older, they wanted to go stay with my mom. Okay, y'all go stay with my mom. But you ain't got no babies. We talking, these are babies. These are 8-year-old, 12-year-old. You know, these are babies. My kids were a little older in age. And they wanted to go, fine, go.
Right. That's different.
But the difference is they were old enough to take care of themselves. They wasn't a burden to my mom. And my mom was like, yeah, girl, let them children come. And they would literally go back and forth from my mom to me, But it was okay. Again, they were older. But if they were younger, I couldn't see me just throwing my kids on my mom like that. Like, she raised me. And then especially if you're talking about a single mom, like my mom was, a single mom that raised me, you know the hell that she went through raising you, and things might be a little different, but not all the way up better. Why would you want to put that burden on your mom?
Right.
Yet the first to run back home when me was fighting to
right.
You're right, cousin. You know I know too. Really, be ready to go back home and be the first one fighting to get out the door. I remember running away so many times when I ran away right to the front porch. Like, where you going, girl? You know you got no money.
Right. I never ran away. It was like, where I'm going.
To the front porch. I ran away to the front porch.
I go outside to the backyard. That's about it.
At this time, my mom was living we were living in a fourplex. Our house was upstairs, so you had the upstairs. So our porch was actually fenced. It was fenced in.
Okay.
And I ran away to the front porch. Our kids' mindset is not like. Listen, Kimmy, they're not like ours.
At all.
But first of all, we as parents have to, this day and age, with the what you call them, the millennials and the generation X and Z's and all these alphabets they have for us. The first thing is, you can't be friends with your kids to a certain degree.
No.
Now, you want to have a relationship where they come and talk to you about things, but I know kids that hang out with their mom, they drink, smoke with their moms and dads. Like, that's not that you shouldn't do those things, because then you might not see it, but they look at you differently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, old school. Oh yeah. My boys don't play with me. They'll talk shit over the phone, but they ain't gonna talk no shit in my face. I guarantee you that.
Okay, but let me paint that picture. My cousin is probably about 5'9", 5'10" All of her boys 6 foot and up. So if you can see, she's talking about she old school. She's still
and listen, I'm with you. I'm 5'7".
She dead serious.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm 5'7". My baby boy is 6'6". My youngest boy, my oldest son, he's 6 feet. So, but I done stepped up to both of them girls and said, I wish you would, because I'm going to jail today. Just like whoever used to say that I brought you in this world, I take you out. I ain't playing.
I take you out.
But it's got to be a limit to us as grandparents as to what we should do for and with our grandkids and our kids.
Right. I agree.
Girl, my cousin said, I let mine know I'll jump off the house and kick their ass. Yes, cousin, I know you will. You and your crazy ass sister, yes.
Jump off the house.
They don't play with their kids. Like my cousin KK is on here now, but her sister Tanya, my cousin Tanya, baby, let me tell you something. She don't play. She will fight them niggas like niggas in the street. She do not play with her kids. But it's all about respect too. And a lot of young people, because the parents are friends with them, they don't respect them to the level that they should.
Right.
And some of these kids expect their parents to do and take care of their kids, and they don't have to.
No, they don't have to. They raised theirs already.
And one thing my cousin said, they just depressed unnecessarily. And Kimmy said this generation is emotionally challenged.
They are.
But the thing about it is the parents is making it that way.
The ones that aren't teaching them any kind of what is it? Not upbringing, but just aren't
morals, values.
That too.
Morals and values went out the door when we were coming up. Because the generation after us, they don't know that. That's right, cousin. I'll go to jail for mine too. But yes, they do respect y'all because you demand it. Right. That's the difference. You, Tanya, me, Brandy, we all. It's Shavante don't play with Raina. Raina's a little girl, but Shavante don't play. We demand respect, so we get it. Right. But they're the parents out there that don't demand that respect. And they just feel like, I know, let me tell you something. I know ladies that drive up to their mama house and drop their kids off, don't call, don't ask, I ain't no in-house babysitter, okay? I'm not an in-house babysitter. You're just not going to pull up to my house and drop your kids off. And then, let me tell you something. When I had my first son, which my son now is 31, when I sent him to his grandmother's house, he went with cereal, milk, clothes, breakfast food, and snacks. Now, you got to do the dinner, but I'm going to send what he needs with him. And at first I wasn't, but my mom was that mother. She was like, you're not going to send that baby over there with nothing. So you need to pack this. Get some cereal, get some milk. You need to pack a bag, not just no clothes. So when he went by his dad, I sent stuff with him. A lot of these kids today, they don't know nothing about that. And just like, hey, Steph, just like my friend said, it's the young mothers. It's the young mothers that feel like, okay, well, I could do what I want. I could just drop my baby off at my mama's house.
Yeah.
They don't give the babies no money for food. They don't. My son, we gave him money. And sometimes she would send it back. His grandmother would send it back like, I don't need your money. He with me this week. Okay, well, he went with it. Now, if you want to send it back, that's on you.
Right.
But he's coming to you with the essentials that he needs to at least, have something. And not just because he come and stay with y'all just responsible for the whole weekend, which you should be. But my mother didn't allow me to do that.
Right.
So, and most of the time I was working, so she had to pack him up to go to his dad's for the weekend. So, my mom didn't allow me to do that. And a lot of these young mothers, they won't send no clothes. They don't send no diapers. They don't send no bottles. They feel like, oh, you're going by grandma. So grandma should be, hold on, y'all. I dropped my phone there. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, my other phone fell. So, they feel like, oh, you're going by your grandma's house, so your grandma should be able to buy you. No, that's no.
That's not how that goes. Not how that works.
The thing is, she's taking care of your child for you. The least you can do is help her out. And again, like I said, if it's a single mother like mine was, your mama ain't got it like that. Or, even if she do, again, it's her money, not yours.
Right.
And we just talked about that, Kimberly. The young ones, they want to be friends with their kids. The system scared. And you're right, cousin. The system has scared people. Let me tell you something. That's these new kids. Because, KK, you remember when we were younger, Nunu and your mama would be like, hit the phone, call them. And the minute you call them, I'm going to beat your ass again.
Take your bag. Yeah.
So, but we don't have parents like that, because I done said it. I'm calling the police. And my mom be like, here go the phone right here. And she'll stand right there. Not call them. Because the minute you pick up that phone and call them, I'm going to beat your ass again. And then I'm going to go to jail. When I get out of jail and come home, I'm going to beat your ass again.
Well.
But we don't have parents like that no more. Parents don't set rules and don't set guidelines. Again, like I have another cousin. I ain't gonna call no names. I have another cousin. But she does that with her kids because she feels like she want to give her kids everything that she didn't have. She let them talk back to her. She cleans their room. She hangs up their clothes. And I'm talking about high school, college kids, okay? But she feels like she don't want them to have and not have the things that she had. So she give them everything they want. And here's my thing. I don't mind giving you when you do.
Right.
You keep your room clean. You wash and hang up your own clothes. I don't mind going buy you some Jordans. I don't mind giving you $100, $200. I don't mind doing that for you, but you have to give me a reason to do that. Right. Like my kids, they didn't get no allowance. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to ask my mom about allowance, and my mama told me, you got an allowance, all right? I'm allowing you to live here. KK, do you remember that? My mama told me that. She literally told me and my sister that. She said, I'm allowing y'all to live here. That's your allowance. You have to clean your room. You don't get no allowance for that. I'm allowing you to live here. I'm allowing you to have a roof over your head. You got food on your table. We didn't get allowance. Now, what we did get is when we brought a good report card home.
Right.
Then we got gifts, and then we got treats. But my mother was an English teacher, and she was a very strict mother. I did not do a lot until I got into my late 18, 19. That's when I was doing kind of getting out when I wanted to. But man, my mama didn't play that. We didn't go nowhere. When them street lights came on, we had our ass inside.
In the house. Come on.
We did not play. And I was telling the lady that I was talking about, was telling her yesterday, talk back. Man, whatever my mama had in her hand was coming at our head. I don't care if it was a cup, was full of water, coffee, tea, whatever. It had no top, whatever. It was still coming at our head. Yes. They did not play. You hear me? My mama heard me curse one day. I was outside and my mama heard me cursing. I didn't know she heard me. She came to that door, got me inside. You know what she did? She made me open my mouth and she damn near poured a whole bottle of Tabasco sauce in my mouth for cussing.
Wow.
My mother did not play with her.
Wow.
She didn't play with my mouth burned for 5 years. That shit was so hot.
Not 5 years.
That shit was so hot. But you know what? And now I think it just damaged me because now my mouth is like a trash can. But you know, I didn't curse no more then when I was a child. I didn't curse no more then. But you know, a lot of kids, they curse in front of their parents.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
And that's right, cousin. We survived it with no depression from you. Ain't never lying, cousin. We ain't never got depressed. And that's the thing. Back then, we took our lick and we kept on moving. We took our lick, we took our punishment. We wasn't in there trying to slit our wrists and, you know, hang ourselves. And, you know, mental health, like I'm doing a 1-day mental health retreat, but mental health is so real. But it comes along with the teachings, the talking tools, the morals, the values, all of that. We went through that stuff. Our parents, man, let me tell you something. They did not play, okay? But I might be a little crazy, but you know, I ain't crazy for real, for real.
You touched, though. You touched.
I am touched. I am a little touched. I'm a little touched. Look, Kimberly, let me tell you something. After Katrina, because I'm from New Orleans, if you don't know, but most everybody on here knows, I'm from New Orleans. After Katrina, my mom and them moved to Virginia. And when I tell you, I went to Virginia, I had to be, I'm 52 now. My mom's been deceased for nine years. So I had to be like 40, maybe 41, 42. I was at my mama's house for Christmas, and me and my sister was talking, and I cussed. My mama batted me so damn hard.
What?
I had to remember that it was my mama. Right. So that reflex, my mama looked, she said, I wish you would. I was like, Mom, I don't care how grown you get, you're not going to cuss in front of me.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what she said to me. And I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. I said, but Mom, you had to hit me that hard? And she was like, you're not going to disrespect me.
Yeah.
And that was at 40-something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't cuss.
These kids are cussing in front of their parents. They're cussing in front of their grandparents. And you're right, cousin. Every child now has ADD. You know, but what happened to the bad, to just being bad?
Just being badass kids.
Yeah, and you know, Kimberly, I'm with you on that. I don't cuss in front of my elders. I try not to anyway. I don't. If I know they're there, I won't. But if I don't know and they're sneaking up or walking behind me, then that's a different story. Yeah. You know, but then I'll apologize. But if I know that they're there, I'm not going to do that. But it's just, you know, like, when do we cut the string, y'all? And what's the limit? Like, what is your limit of constantly bailing your kids out of trouble?
You have to set that boundary at some point. Either during their upbringing or after they get to a certain point. Because like my half brother, bless his soul, he's on that stuff. And so my father has had to bail him out a lot of times, but finally he was just like, you know what? This is it. This your last time. You going over here to this place. You gonna get cleaned out. When you get out this time, whatever you do, it's on you. That's it. And he had to, I know it hurt for him, you know, it's hard for him to do it, but he had to wash his hands. Like, I can't do it no more. And sometimes, you know, like my cousin Kim said, sometimes you gotta let them fall and so they can know that that's reality. It's real. And same thing with the grandkids. Like even if it comes to, as some of the ladies on here have already said, you know, if something's going on and the kids may be going to, you know, some sort of foster system or whatever, CPS, yeah, you have the option to step in and grab them. But, you know, that parent, you got to let that parent go on and do what they're doing and ruin their own life. Don't fuck up the grandkids' lives.
Yeah, my cousin said at some point you have to take the lesser hurt because constantly taking them in only hurts you after a while. Absolutely. Hey, Adrian. Yeah, but I'm kind of biased with it. I'm talking about it, but I'm kind of biased with it because you want to help your kids, right? You don't want to see them hurt. You don't want to see them. Adrian, we're talking about parenting, and when do you actually cut the leash of parenting your kids? And as a grandparent, are you responsible for taking care of their kids when they constantly messing up? Like, when do you just say, no, I'm not doing it no more. I can't, I'm not going to. And, we also talked about when fostering comes involved. Now, when fostering becomes a part, then you want to step in. But if fostering is not a part of that, like, when do you stop? When do you just say, look, I'm not going to do it anymore?
Right.
Yeah, you have to know your child, cousin. And you do. You really do. Because when but you know what? I don't know about that because, everybody think they know their kid. I used to tell people, I know what my kids are not going to do when they're with me.
Right.
When they're away from me, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. I know I taught them to do the right thing. And I know they come from a family that taught them to do the right thing. But when they're not around me, I'm not that parent that's going to say, well, I know my child didn't do that. No, I don't.
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right. You don't know what they're going to do.
Because one thing my mother told me about my father is, I don't care how long it wasn't really about him. It was just about relationships. I don't care how long you've been with the person. You will never really know that person because people change every day. Yep. So with that being said, once your kids have access to the outside world when they're older, I will never stand in front of anybody and say, oh, I know he didn't do that. I know he didn't do that. No, I don't. Right. Because first of all, I don't know what they were up against when this situation happened. Right. That's the first thing.
Right.
Second thing is, I'm not there. I don't know what happened. So I will never say what my kids won't do, but I know what they won't do in front of me.
Right.
But when they're away from me, I don't know what they're going to do. You have outside influences now. You're getting out in the world. You're meeting people. And that's right. That's being honest with yourself. I have to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Only thing I could say is I would hope that my kids won't kill nobody. They're 31 and 26 and they ain't killed nobody yet. So I hope they would never have to kill anybody. I could definitely say that. But anything else, I don't know what they would do when they're not around me.
Right.
And my cousin said, I say that because sometimes you can know they trying and just can't get it. But you also got to know when they're not and make a decision based off of that.
That's true.
Absolutely. But in her case, she wasn't trying. She wasn't doing anything. She'd do better and she'd fall back off and run back to mommy. And then for me, I can't speak on everybody, but for any woman that could just walk away from their kids, I never understand it. I will never understand that. And I've never done it. So I can't speak for anybody. There are different circumstances where they had to walk away. But in her situation, for you to just walk away from your kids and leave them when you know you didn't have to.
Right.
That's something totally different. Adrian say, now my mother has been a foster parent for over 50 years. I think it's always our responsibility to parent our children. I have told our kids, I will mess you up over my grandchildren. I will always check them about the grands, but not in front of them. I will never put anything past my children. My mom told us if we ever went to jail, don't call her. I wouldn't say that. It better be for a good reason. Well,
you're in there.
In response to your comment, I've always told my boys, if you ever go to jail, there's only one way I'm coming to get you, and that's self-defense.
Okay. Okay.
Self-defense, that's it.
She said we are all killers in the right situation. Well.
And you know what, cousin? I ain't gonna even lie. I agree with you. Because if it's my life or yours, I'm taking it. Let's be you. But I mean, she's serious, and that's why
You're right.
She's absolutely right, and that's why I said I'm never gonna say what my kids are gonna do, because I don't know the situation that they're in or that they face and why they're out on the street away from me.
Yep.
You know, but you're right. If it's my life or yours, guess what? I'm gonna try my best to knock you the hell off.
Well, listen. Yes.
Yeah. So we all are. And we all got it in us when it comes to our life or yours or theirs.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not what we teach our kids. And we can teach our kids the right way. They grow up, they went to church, they do all this stuff, and then they start doing stuff, and you be like,
where you get that from? Yes.
And for a long time, there was a situation with my youngest son where I was like, what the hell? Like, I was blaming myself, like, what did I do wrong? Like, what the hell?
Outside influences,
we was in church all day on Sunday.
Yeah, he can probably.
You know what I'm saying? Bible study, choir rehearsal. You know, you had parents in the home. You had like what?
Yeah.
But once they get the influence from the outside world, things change. And for all you parents out there that's listening and sitting back thinking about like, oh man, what did I do wrong? You did nothing wrong.
It ain't you. Yeah.
It ain't you. It's not you. It's the kid.
They make their own decision after a while.
They're old enough to make their own decisions. They're old enough to do their own thinking. You did nothing wrong, because trust me, a lot of years I beat myself up about a situation, and I'm like, man, I was there. I mean, I did homework. I, went to school stuff. They went to church. I was there. I was there. I was there. Like what?
Yeah, the foundation is there, and they know how to go back to it. If it gets to that point. But yeah, you can't.
You can give them kids everything but your mind. And you know what, cousin? I never even thought about it like that. I never even thought about it like that.
Yep. Yeah. And there are some people, like I've talked to my sisters before, because they're 15 years younger than me. So I was in high school, kind of like, almost like second mom to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell them, if anything happens, just call me. Don't call mama, just call me. Because whatever y'all doing, I probably have already done it better because I didn't get caught.
Right.
And I let them know, this is what's going to happen. If you do A, you're going to get B. And later on, because they're in their 30s now, they told me, we heard you and we understood what you were saying, but we wanted to live our own life still and get our own results, even though we heard what you, and after whatever happened, they'd be like, you know what? KK said blah, blah, blah was going to happen, and it happened. And okay, I'm not going to beat you up about it, but I didn't want you to hurt, because I knew what was going to happen. But a lot of folks, they just want to experience it anyway.
That's what my youngest son told me. He was like, Ma, you got to let us make our own mistakes. Yeah. I say, but the thing about it is I'm trying to keep you from making the same mistakes that I made. Right. I know the outcome.
Right.
And that's the thing. They don't want to hear us with the outcome, because we know. And it's crazy, because it's a domino effect, kind of, sort of. Because with our parents, we thought we knew everything. The only difference is we didn't talk back. We didn't smack our teeth. We didn't roll out. We didn't do nothing. But in our mind,
yeah,
we talk back in our mind.
In your mind,
But these kids, they don't, now they just say it. They talking back. They doing all kind of stuff. Let me see. Adrian said, now I can relate. I'm not going to put our business on the media, but one of our children got mixed up and got caught up. Initially, I said, I don't care. He shouldn't have had his ass there. I told him not to be carrying that with him when they, right. So I had to say, wait a minute. He didn't do all that. I had to have his back. Absolutely. We got to have their back, but at the same time,
like she said, you shouldn't have been over there. You got common sense.
Yep, you shouldn't have been over there.
Cousins, when you get in a situation, observe what's happening. If it don't look right, get the hell up out of there. Because all you got to do is be in the wrong place at the wrong time for it to happen.
Cousin, no, he didn't. My cousin said, my son is 16. His report card weren't right. I took his game. He told me I was not at all thinking about his mental. I was like, boy, let me tell you something.
Lord Jesus.
He said you wasn't thinking about his mental. And these kids will play on your intelligence like you are, like we was just born 5 minutes ago. They will play on your intelligence like it was 5 minutes ago. And, piggybacking on what Adrian said, the same thing happened with my son. I kept telling them, stop hanging with these boys. Stop hanging with these boys. You got in trouble with these boys once. Stop hanging with them. Then you turned back and got in trouble with the same boys twice. Stop hanging with them. Stop. So you don't want to stop? Okay, now you're serving the consequence. So, you can, but I was like, forget it. I'm done. I'm done.
Nothing else you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
After you tell them.
Tyler said that happened to my son being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now he a witness to a criminal. And see, you know what? These kids, they always think. My cousin said, yes, ma'am, but not me, because fuck you. You're right, cousin. You're right, though, but they have to. They have to respect your mental. My cousin said, fuck your mental so you respect mine. And exactly. But it's crazy, but they feel like that. I don't think they understand that the things they do works on our mental.
Yeah.
I don't think they look at it as, oh man, I done did this. Man, my mom, she gonna be tripping. She gonna be. They don't think about that.
They don't think that far.
They don't think about that. But then they always want you to come to their rescue, and you be like, well, I told you. I told you. I said this. I told you. I said this. I told you. And they
and you did it
for whatever reason, they don't hear it. But if a child if a child got the nerve to tell you working on their mental, like, nigga, what?
That's back in the day. That'd be like, I got your mental right here.
Yeah, right.
And it would be a belt or an extension cord or
we
something.
We need to get a whip sound. Yeah.
You know what? You sure right. I'm put that on the list.
You put that on the list.
Put that on the list. I got
Wait, let me see if I can find it like I found that other one. Let me see. Adrian says, see, I was that way. I wanted to hang out with my cousin when I was younger. I wanted to go everywhere with her till this day. I thank God my mother told me to sit my ass down. Long story short, if I had gone with my cousin, I would have never been able to go to the army. Every person who went with my cousin got sentenced to 20 years. Oh my God, plus. I served 20 years plus in the army. Oh, wow.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. Girl, let me tell you, God was on your side and so was your mother.
Okay.
Because you could have been.
Mama knew that cousin.
Yeah, mama too.
Cousin wasn't about nothing. Get on away from there.
Yeah, and like my cousin said, we only do what we supposed to do as parents because they didn't ask to come here. They didn't. Once they get their rag asses here and we teach them better, then they need to do better. When you know better, do better. And that's not just for the kids, that's for the adults. Are they gonna get this?
You know what? You need to send me that.
I'm gonna send it
so I can upload it.
You know, they need to. Oh, that's a good one. But they need to, you know, when you know better, you do better. And again, that's not just for the kids, that's for the parents, you know. And then some of the kids, some of the grandparents, they wind up taking care of the kids because the parents are like nothing. They don't take care of their kids. They don't look after their kids. Care of themselves. They don't feed their kids. Every time they go to grandma's house, they dirty. They're hungry. You know, they're living their best life while their kids are suffering. So in that case, you know, you probably have to step in as a grandparent, but are you responsible for doing it forever until they're grown?
I mean,
like when do you say enough is enough?
Sometimes it happens that way. Like saying with my mom's sister, with my aunt, when she did take her hand off of, okay, I'm gonna let y'all be parents.
My cousin crazy.
You know, it was a situation where we went to where they were living, and we see them, our little baby cousins, walking around with just diapers on, barefoot. And it's like, wait a minute. We had to scoop them up and take them back to their grandma's house. It's like, wait a minute. This ain't. And she ended up basically raising 3 of us, 4 of them all together, 3 of them, until they were grown. And right now she's in a nursing home, and that's their heart. They take care of their grandma. But it's like sometimes them parents, neither one of them, and love my cousin to death, you know, God rest his soul, but they wasn't shit as parents. It wasn't.
Wow.
Look, I hope your cousins ain't on here now. They'll probably see it later, but
now I don't know what the statistic is now. Let me see what it is now. But about let me see. This had to be about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I saw an article. To raise a kid to age, hold on, y'all, 18. So about 10 years ago, there was an article. See, and it's gone up. This was 10 years ago, right? There was an article that says it costs $100,000 to raise a kid from childbirth to 18. This is about 10 years ago. Guess what it is now?
$1 million.
It says, as of 2022, raising a child from birth to the age of 18 costs roughly $288,000.94.
And that's the basics.
That's just basic.
Yeah.
So it says the average total cost of raising a child to age 18 in the middle income household is $374,634, covering expenses like healthcare, childcare, housing, food, and education.
Still the basics, though.
So now you
my private school, you know, nothing extra.
Right, that's still basic. But now you think about that when you have these kids, like the girl I'm talking about has 3 kids. That you just drew 3 kids on your mother at roughly $288,000. So that's almost $1 million to raise your 3 kids.
Yeah.
That you just put on your mother.
Yeah. She's Adrian talking about that's the prices in Jordans. We want the layaway prices, ma'am.
Listen, Linda. Ain't no layaway prices. And then it goes to say, from the day your baby is born until the day they turn 18, your family will spend about $310,000. $310,605, or about $17,000 a year. So you calculate $17,000 a year times 3 or 4 kids that you just pushed on your grandparents who are retired and living off of their 401k.
See, if they living off their 401k, they probably just getting an SSI check.
They probably just getting an SSI check. So now you know what they got to do? Now they got to go get food stamps and stuff that they probably never even had.
Right.
They got to go get food stamps and a check to take care of your child. Take care of
your kids. And this is all, so now it's all on the government. So now it's all of us.
It's all of us.
Of those kids. They don't think about it. And they're the ones that they don't even think about not having the money, because it's for them, it's like automatic to just go get on welfare.
Yeah.
Go get housing. Go get it's like, oh, I got this baby. Okay, well now I can go get food stamps now.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna try to do nothing now?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get this housing over here, and that's all you're gonna do?
Yeah, that's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. But for me, what does that tell your kid? Like for me, what I try to tell my boys is every generation should want to do better. My mother was a single mother. We didn't want for a lot of things, but coming up, we didn't have the lights turned out, we didn't have the water turned. I mean, we've experienced that kind of stuff coming up as a kid. It wasn't often, but it has happened. Mm-hmm. So now when I got older, I vowed that I wasn't going to have that. I wanted to do better. So what I'm telling my kids, I live a pretty decent lifestyle, but what I'm telling my kids is now you still want to do better than me. It's supposed to go up and up and up, not down and down and down. Yeah. Again, like we talked about once before on the show, my mother didn't teach me about 401k and saving. It must be really good. She didn't teach us about that because nobody taught her. Maybe she didn't know. But now I'm trying to teach my kids about 401k and saving and retirement and things of that nature, so that, when you get older, you're not just living off Social Security. You got your retirement.
Exactly.
So you got several streams of income coming in. You got your retirement, mm-hmm. Your 401k, then you got your Social Security. So right. you good. You don't have to worry about going to the government. But right. Social Security is almost done. So by the time our kids get big, they won't have no damn Social Security.
Okay.
Because they don't want to go to work. We ain't got no money.
I keep checking mine.
Talk about that?
I was like, I keep checking mine. I was like, I'm gonna stop working probably about 75. And then I'll be halfway there because I'll still have my little 401k.
But listen, you said 75.
Yeah.
When our parents were coming up, the retirement age was 55, 60.
Mm-hmm. It's still 59 and a half.
Yeah, but now because there's no money in Social Security, and these millennials and these generation XYZs and all these people, they don't want to go to work. They don't want to work. They feel like the world owes them everything.
The world don't owe you shit.
We ain't gonna have no Social Security check. If we have Social Security, the Social Security check's gonna probably be $15. What you gonna do with that?
And with the way cost of living is doing right now,
you can't even buy a bag of rice almost for $15.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So it's just a matter of you want to protect your kids, but you can't keep coddling them.
No, you can't.
You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. You gotta put the tough hat on and be like, you know what? I can't. Nope. I'm not keeping them kids. Nope. You can't go. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You just have to say no.
Yeah. I found this video, which I've actually seen it before. Mm-hmm. And it's a mom going in about the same thing that we're saying. They have these newborns damn near. And they like, oh, you can just keep them. It's like, no. This ain't what I didn't do y'all like that. It's like, when did y'all saw y'all grandparents in the summertime, didn't you?
Right.
My parents or your daddy's parents, your daddy's people. You don't just stop by and just drop them off and just no. It ain't.
Because as far as I know, it's still going down October 1st. I haven't heard any difference.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's still going down.
Yeah,
I have my teammate out here.
They said, well, they said U.S. government tells federal employees a shutdown may be imminent, and that was today.
Yeah.
Yep. Today.
The way it's looking
at 5:42 today, they said the shutdown is still going on. So as right now, we know the government shutdown is still going on. Hi, Elena. Thanks for joining us in.
What's up,
but you know, Elena, we were talking about grandparents and, you know, kids who just feel like they're entitled. They just drop their kids off at the grandparents and, you know, they want to do what they want to do. And, you know, when should grandparents cut the ties with the kids? Right. And should grandparents literally be responsible for taking care of your kids? No, they shouldn't. Government shut down saltwater. We must pray hard. Yes. Yeah, we definitely got to pray harder. Definitely. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, I just thought that was a good topic to talk about. Hey, Cheryl.
What's going on? What's up, Shannon?
I'm just, hey, Gemini, where you been, girl? And Gemini is the new grandmother. And you know, as a new grandmother, let me tell you, as a new grandmother, so Cheryl, Elena, Gemini, we're talking about parenting and kids and raising your kids and how, you know, some kids get off track and they feel like grandparents have to watch their kids, they have to take their kids. And when you help your kids so much, they keep messing up, and then you wind up with the grandkids raising the grandkids. Like, when is enough is enough? When do you cut the tie? When do you say no? And when do you let them grow up and be adults?
Right.
So that's what we're pretty much talking about. I just, you know, again, we talked about earlier, when you talk about fostering comes into a play, then I'm going to get my grandkids. But if you just being lazy and this and that, no, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not an in-house babysitter, and I'm not none of that. Right. I'm not doing it.
Let me, I want to play this video real quick.
Okay.
Of entitlement. Y'all think just because I'm the mom, I'm the grandma, that you're supposed to push your kids off on me. That's not how it goes. But it takes strong mothers like me to let you know it don't go like that. Get it right. Other than that, I'll be sitting here rocking all y'all goddamn kids and y'all doing this, doing that. No. No. Trust and believe they will be in the system, they will be at the shelter, they will be wherever they need to be because you didn't do what the fuck you were supposed to do as a parent. That had nothing to do with me. You wouldn't. I most definitely fucking would. I told you that off the rip. I'm not fucking doing it. I know what kind of life I want to fucking live after raising all my 5 kids. I'm not raising nobody else's kids. I'm here to support. Call me, and she's sneezing. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what grandparents supposed to do. That's me. I call every little thing. Oh, man. But all this, they living with their grandmama. They ain't seen their mama. They all this stuff. No. That's for the ratchets. And I don't play that because you know why? I'm boot chick. I'm boot chick. She boot chick. Boot chick. She boot chick. Y'all granny Bucci. Never heard of it. I'm gonna put that in the Gmail. I thoughts like that because y'all so. What grandparents supposed to do? Let me tell you, the new generation, y'all millennials, y'all got it all fucked up. The reason why is because because I became a grandparent, does not automatically make me the babysitter or a daycare. Grandparents, true grandparents, they're supposed to raise their children right to where when y'all start having kids, y'all can financially provide for your own children and secure their daycare so you can go to work, so you can go out, so you can do anything else. Grandparents. See, let me tell you where you got it wrong. No. True grandparents are supposed to be able to call for their grandkids.
That's right.
Y'all supposed to come over here. No, that's for the daddies. That's for the daddies. When the daddies ain't in the home, that's where they go for the daddies. They go to their daddies for the summer because y'all got to split custody. That's how y'all got it fucked up. Grandparents are supposed to be able to come to your house and stay with you and visit with their grandkids. You're supposed to be able to drop your kids off when your grandparents call for them and in their leisure time. Grandparents are not supposed to be daycares. Everybody's time is valuable. We have our own life. We work very hard to get everybody out of the house. Okay. Why would we want to raise your kids and keep your kids? That's out of order. But black people, the black culture is so dysfunctional. That's why y'all think that grandparents is supposed to be keeping kids and raising kids. It don't go that way. Y'all got it messed up.
So they're not going to self-hydrate?
And guess what? Yes, stuff like that's a portion. I'm supposed to be able to say, yo, on the 27th, I booked for me and my grandkids. Everybody going. Whoever ain't going, I don't need y'all money. I don't need y'all nothing. I don't need nothing. I just need my grandkids. Right. That's what we're supposed to do.
So we can't just drop them off when we want to.
No, it don't supposed to be dropping them off when you want to.
Like, here go your grandkids.
No. See, no. It don't go like that. You know why? Because we already had our lives with raising kids.
Right.
We don't supposed to be tied down raising fucking kids. We supposed to be gardening, going to the senior citizens place, bingo, and all that other shit. That's what we raised y'all for, to be able to take care of y'all kids. We didn't send y'all out when y'all did go. Where y'all go? The summers. And where did y'all go? To y'all other people.
Right.
Your daddy people. If the daddy is not in the home, he's supposed to do the summers. Y'all supposed to rotate holidays. What the fuck? Y'all see what?
Oh.
So let me just say this. You know what? She
said the kids will be in the shelter and they will be in the system. If you don't.
Well, let me.
I can't go with that part, but
Elena said, I think that grandparents can play an active role, but it's not their responsibility to raise grands. There is an unspoken obligation that people seem. I lost my space. Oh, wait, it went up. Okay. Seem to think if I tell you my problem, then it's yours responsibility to resolve it or make it better.
Right.
Cheryl says my grandkids only visit when I want them to. Thank goodness their parents are good. Sometimes they call and ask can they come by. I tell them I'm not home. I'll be right there. Thank goodness for cell phones. I'll hide my car in the garage if I.
Shazara.
Some of the parents didn't have their own kids, so you know we don't want yours. Well, Elena said, my mom quick to tell us she will ask for the grands when she wants to spend the nights or she wants to spend time with them. She loves on them as far as she calls them and check in. She send them money and gifts, and she will say real quick, this Nana has a life and she gonna live it to the best of it. And you know, I agree with when I tell you I agree with everything that lady said, everything. We have raised y'all. We supposed to be living our best life.
Living our best life.
All of our kids are out the house. We're not supposed to be bogged down with y'all goddamn kids. We supposed to call and say, hey, I want to see my grandchild this weekend or this Christmas. My granddaughter, I was getting her every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, and every summer since she was 6 months old. Mm-hmm. I kind of slacked up on some of the things. Well, I didn't. Her mom did. You know, she was tripping. You know, she kind of slacked up, but I still get her. Like she was here for the summer. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's when I want to get her. You're not just gonna drop her in my lap,
right?
Because y'all, anybody that know me know I'm always busy. I'm always moving. Every time I talk to somebody, I'd be like, girl, you know, I'm in my car again. What's going on? I'm driving. You know, because I'm always doing something. So you're not going to just pop up and drop them off. You know, and I feel everything she said. And again, I agree with Elena. You know, grandparents also should have an active role in their grandkids' lives. But at the same token, it's still going to be when I want them.
Right.
You not gonna just like that woman say she's supposed to be at the senior citizen center playing bingo or some shit, you know?
Yes.
I feel on that. You know, I feel on that.
To be a
if
grandma.
I ain't playing bingo, then I should be shopping, getting pampered, getting my nails done, doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it, and not the fact that I can't do it because I got your damn kids.
Exactly.
I already went through that when I had you. Because either I was a single mom or your daddy was working, and you know, what? Y'all want me to go through this again? So when does my life start?
They feel like when you're a grandma, you old, so you supposed to be sitting down somewhere. You ain't got no life no more.
Baby, let me tell you something. If the Lord let me live to see 80, 90 years old, I'm going to still be twerking. You hear me?
Ooh, come on, twerk. Yes.
I'm going to still be twerking. I'm going to still be popping and dropping. And like, I don't know how I'm going to get up, but I can get down there. If I get down there, I don't have two people on the side picking me up, but you know, I mean, hey, I'm going to continue to live my life until God say my life is up. Period.
She's always talking about or dating. Grandma like to get her freak on too.
Oh, you know, okay. You know, because kids think it's nasty when their parents talk about having sex.
How you think you got here?
Look, I was just about to say, how you got here? How you think you got?
How you think you got here?
Question: if your son have his kids because their mother on drugs, then he goes to jail. Do you take the kids? Just a thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Because this is a different situation.
Yeah,
it's different than you are able body, but you not doing. And that was the situation. She's an able body and she just not doing. You know, if the mother is on drugs and the son just happened to go to jail, you goddamn right I'm taking my grandkids.
Go get them kids. Go get them
because they're gonna do one or two things. They're gonna end up in foster care, and they're gonna be separated.
Get up. Yep.
I definitely wouldn't want that to happen. So yes, I would take my grandkids in a situation like this. But I'm not gonna take my grandkids if you are able-bodied and you can do and take care of your family. No, I'm not doing it.
Right.
When you start the conversation with a teenage or a young mother, where do you start the conversation, and how do we start to have that conversation with young mothers?
So V says,
good question, V.
Yeah, how do we start that conversation?
With the young mother.
Well, really and truly, but see, I don't have any daughters, so I don't know. But I have sons, and one of them has kids. So the thing is, really and truly, should it be a conversation because of the way that you raise your kids? It shouldn't be a conversation because they know, or it should be maybe if a conversation has to be had, then maybe this conversation should be had once she get pregnant. Listen, I ain't no in-house babysitter. I'm not. No. I'm not raising your kid. You raise your own kid. So somewhere along the line, and again, it's like my cousin said earlier on, you have to know your kids.
Yeah.
So some kids, they're going to be like, oh Lord, they ain't never letting their child go. You know what I'm saying? But then you have those kids that's going to test you, like my other cousin used to say, test your gangster.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to test you to see if they can just up and leave their kids with you, and especially if they live with you. And see, here's the difference. Because when kids live with their parents and they start having kids, then they feel like, oh, my mama home, she could watch. No, the hell I can't.
No, I can't. I'm getting ready to go.
And if I wasn't going nowhere, I'm about to go now.
Right. I'm getting ready to go. Okay.
And that's the difference as opposed to a daughter that lives outside the home. You know, they still gonna try to come and drop the baby off. You know, Mom, I gotta run do this. I gotta run do. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not today. I got plans. Nope, I can't do it. Nope, 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 nope. You have to make them stand up and be parents.
Yeah.
You just have to push them into that parenthood, whether they want to be it or not. You just got to put with.
Shannon says she have to fight to get her grandbaby.
Well, that's how it was.
The mama won't let her.
Was first born. But after I got my granddaughter at 6 months for the first summer. She was 6 months because she was born in February. And ever since then, I would get her every summer, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. My son used to fight with me because I'm like, nope, I already made plans. I already talked to her mom. She coming up here. So, I used to fight with my son about his daughter. But it was what it was. I have one daughter. She don't have any kids, although she wants one. I explained babies are a blessing and a lesson. It's not easy. And with every child, you have to drop some friends and fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And I have to say, when I had my first son, I was 21. I was still in my mom's house. When I wanted to go out and do things, my mom didn't mind, but I didn't automatically assume she was going to watch my child. It was always hey, I want to go out this day, or I want to go out this day. And my mom's question was, how long you going to be and where are you going? I'm not going to be up all night with this baby.
With this baby, yes.
So you can go out for a few hours, but you better have your ass back here at a certain time. And I was back. Because I knew she had my child. But I didn't automatically assume she was in-house. I didn't get up and pack, baby. My mama heard me moving around. Where you going? You taking your baby with you?
Right.
That was my mama. You taking that baby with you, huh? Because I'm not babysitting. But I never really left it like that where she felt like every time I moved. But, when the baby was first born, I was like, oh, I got to get out. The baby drive me crazy. She was like, oh, where you going?
Right.
Where I'm going to the store. Take the baby with you. Put the baby in the store. Take the baby for a walk. Take the baby with you. I'm like, Mom, I'm going right across the street. Take your baby with you. And my mom was the mom. She helped me. Oh, come on, where's clothes at? Give me the clothes. I put the clothes on him. You go and get the stroller together. Oh, yeah, she wasn't playing with me. You want to have a baby? I mean, granted, I was 21, but I was still at home. You want to have a baby? All right. You need to take care of your child.
Right.
And I think a lot of parents need to be that way with their kids, with their daughters, with their sons. Don't just let them drop these kids on you. It's my cousin said I had a baby at 14. I moved into my own home at 15 and still, unless I was working, my auntie, man, look, my auntie name was Ophelia. God rest her soul, man. That was my titty right there. But she did not play with them. She did not play with my cousins. You hear me? She did not play with them. She ain't watching no babies. My auntie liked to drink her little beer, smoke her little cigarettes, and she wasn't watching no damn kids. She just wasn't doing it. Now, if you make arrangements, then she would watch.
That's different.
She will watch the kids. But my auntie wasn't playing with them. My auntie said, oh, no. My auntie liked to go to the little bar and stuff. Yeah, no, baby. She wasn't watching them kids. Better take them turn with you. Better take them with you.
Wherever you going, make sure you can take your baby with you.
But the thing about it, cousin, you had a baby at 14. You moved into your own home at 15. And you've been on your own ever since. Ever since.
That's a different mindset.
That's a different mindset.
That's the mindset of I gotta get it. And I'm going to get it.
Yeah, she been on her own ever since. Same thing with her sister. They both had kids at a young age. But when they moved out their mama house, they stayed out there. I don't ever recall them going back and live with their mama when they started having kids. But that's a different mindset. Yeah. And when they moved out, it was Ma, can you, or Ma, can you, Nunu is what they call my mama. They call Nunu, can you? No, because baby, you just wasn't gonna pop up at my auntie house and be gone, and you got them babies in there. But so many parents, again, want to be their kids' friends, and then the respect is gone, and they look at them differently.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't respect them.
You see what my cousin said?
She said, we live on the first floor, party on the third floor. You better take your baby. Well,
Yep. My auntie did not play with them. Hold on, y'all. My phone fell again.
Lord, what is going on with you, child?
It keeps hitting it. It keeps falling. I got it on a little stand, and when I hit the table, it fell. But yeah, you better take your baby with you. So I just feel like, grandparents, we have raised our kids. Once we raise our kids, and like the ladies say, we get them out the house. It's our time. It's our time to be with our husbands. It's our time to be with our wives. It's our time to live our life, because once we started having kids, our life went to a halt. And it's a lot of things that a lot of grandparents didn't do that now that they can do, that their kids are grown.
Yep.
And I feel like grandparents, again, like that lady said, it should be a phone call. I should be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, can I have my granddaughter?
Bring my babies.
Can I have my grandson? Bring them. And, hey, look, I'll keep them for the weekend. I keep them just tonight. We should be allowed to say when we want to do that and how long we want to do it. It should not automatically be like, oh, yeah, mama got the baby. Ooh. And then,
let's go.
Don't let me have to call you to come get your child.
Ooh, stop.
Don't let me have to call you to come. Well, you supposed to pick the baby up at 6:00 yesterday. Don't let me have to call you to get your child. Because see, now guess what? I ain't babysitting no more.
Oh, you said this was your last. You didn't. What did they say? You didn't tell your draws with me.
You didn't tell your. Yes, you didn't. You didn't tell your draws with me, baby. Yeah. No, don't make me have to call you to come get your child. That's a whole nother ball game.
That's another. Nope.
And again, like one of my cousins said, I understand that a lot of parents, at least our age or the generation right under us, I understand that you want your kids to have everything that you didn't have. Yeah. You want to be able to give them the world.
But there's a way to do that.
It's a way to do it. And I think they need to earn it. It's not something that just needs to be, oh, yeah, and then let you talk to me crazy. Then I'm cleaning up your room. Where they do that?
No.
I tell my cousin all the time, I say, girl, you good. They wouldn't get a month thing. You understand me? And they wouldn't dot that door until their chores are done. Their room is clean. I didn't play with my son. I didn't play with my sons. My sons weren't allowed to watch TV Monday through Thursday. Friday, when they come home from school, they can watch TV. Saturday, they can come home. Sunday, they can watch a little TV. 6:00 TV going off.
Right.
Now, I don't care what you do. You need to find a book to read. You need to do something. My kids and people thought I was the meanest mom in the world. But when my son got in trouble the first time with these group of boys I told him not to be with, they were in a Kmart. I'll never forget. They were in a Kmart on Veterans Memorial. They cut school for one. They was in a Kmart on Veterans Memorial, and the two little boys were stealing. And because he was with them, he was so lucky, because the police officer called me. He said, ma'am, your son was with these two boys. He said they were stealing, but your son wasn't. He was just walking around the store looking at stuff. He said, we got him on video, just like we got them on video. He said he was walking around in the toy section looking at toys. We was I think 7th, 8th grade. He was walking around looking at toys. Now the other little boys, they just stole condoms. He done stole a watch. They done stole all kind of stuff. So the policeman said, we taking them to jail, but you can come and get your son.
Get yours, yeah.
Baby, luckily I was home from work. I said, office time, 5 minutes. I said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. He said, 5 minutes. He said, don't get no tickets getting here. I said, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. I went down there and got him. And he said, he told my son right in front of me, these little boys are not your friends. They will get you in a world of trouble, because he explained to me, he said, because he was with them, I should have taken him to jail.
Yep.
But because he was not stealing anything, he didn't have anything on him, nothing. The boys had stuff in their pockets and their book bags and everything. But my son was on the opposite side of the store, so he really didn't even know they were stealing.
Right.
So he said, because he wasn't around them and he was on a whole different, he said, I allowed you to come and get him. I didn't see a reason for him to go to jail because he wasn't doing anything and he was just with a stupid little boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they gotta watch what they're doing. They gotta watch who they hang around, and you just gotta be careful. Yes. But when you teach your child, like I taught him, if you ain't got the money to buy it, you don't get it. It ain't yours. Yeah. Don't steal, because if you go to jail for stealing, your ass gonna sit there. I'm not coming to get you out of jail.
Well.
Let me say, some kids know I can drop them off anytime. So guess what? I'm dropping them off every time. That part right there. Mm-hmm. That part right there. Because they feel like they can just swing by and drop them off. So, and you took them. So now they're going to feel like, oh, well, man, anytime I got anywhere to go, I can go drop them by my mama because I know she's going to take them. No, that's not what we're doing.
That's disrespectful.
But again, like my cousin said, you have to know your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know your kids. Because you already know who's going to do what before they do it. You know your kids.
True. That's true.
But at the same token, you don't know your kids. You know them, but you don't know.
You know them, but you don't know them. Right.
So,
you know what you taught them, but you don't know how they living.
You don't know how they living. Right. And so I just thought that was a great topic to talk about tonight, y'all, because, like for some of you that's still on and is still listening, like, when do you feel like you cut the ties with your kids? Like, how many times do you feel like you should be able to bail your kids out of trouble or out of debt and, out of certain situations before you just say enough is enough?
Right. I can't even lie. I have tapped my father on the shoulder in recent times, and I try not to, because I'm like, I don't want you to think I'm old as fuck, first of all. So I shouldn't be tapping you on the shoulder, but I mean, it happened.
Okay, let me tell you something. You my family, you my blood family. So you know what we've been through as kids and some of what we've been through as adults. I know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. And I'm not going to keep bailing my kids out of shit. I'm just not going to keep doing it. When I've given you the tools, I've helped you, I'm not going to keep bailing you out. I'm just not. Again, if foster caring and the state gets involved with kids, you damn right I'm going to get my grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm tired, I'm old, and I move a lot, whatever the case might be. I'm not going to let my grandkids go into the system because I may not ever see them again.
Exactly.
So that I will step in. But trust me, I've been through enough to know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. And that's including family, friends, and everybody in between. Some things you just know, and some things you just tired of.
Yeah.
And you get tired of the same old. And this lady is tired of breaking her daughter out, like always be. It's enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
But
you
when
already have that one hand, that's fine. Yeah,
right. But when you just get up and walk away from your kid, like nothing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Oh yeah.
I don't get that at all.
Definitely, they don't even get 3 months. I'm sorry. You don't get 3 months. No. Yeah. You don't get 3 months. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. You don't get 3 months. You gotta go. Get your own shit. I'll take the kids.
Right. You gotta go.
The boyfriends and the girlfriends can't stay in my house. They can't. No, they gotta go.
Right.
Now until y'all get your own place again, she gotta go somewhere or he gotta go somewhere. I got boys, so she gotta go somewhere. You and
the kids can stay.
You and the kids can stay, but she can't. Now, if this is a first time thing, then yes, I got you. But like Elena said, if this is repetitive, no, you can't. If you need a little guidance and you learn a lesson from the mistake, then it's cool to support your adult children. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, I don't mind helping from time to time if you're doing something. Everybody falls short. Everybody falls short. Things happen. You might lose a job. You might get sick. Anything could happen. I don't mind helping you. But when it's repetitive and I know you ain't doing nothing, right? And I know you can, right. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm that tough love mama. Believe me, I can tell you a tough love story. I'm that tough love mama. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Yes. I'm not going to do it. And even as an adult, even when I can give you an example, when I moved here to Georgia from New Orleans, I've been in the medical field all my life. So anywhere I go, I can find a job. I've always had a job. I've always worked 2 jobs until I moved to Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, the 2-job thing was out. I'm done. Not working 2 jobs anymore. But I never went to my mom for anything, even if I didn't have it and I needed it. I never went to my mom. Once I left my mom's house, I never went to my mom for nothing. Nothing. I don't care if I couldn't pay a bill. I don't care if my water was getting anything that could have happened. I never went to my mom. I never went to mom. And I'm that girl. I'm not going to even ask my friend. So that was out. So I dealt with what I had to deal with until I got to a better situation. Mm-hmm. But some people, they don't care. They'll ask their mom. They do. You are born looking like your parents, but you will die looking like your choices. Absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes we don't make good choices. We just don't. But I tried when I moved here to Georgia, I tried not to ask nobody. Nothing. Especially my mom. Mm-hmm. But they have some kids, they just pick up the phone every day. Mom, I need mom. Like, and it makes you wonder, what happened to all the things that I taught you? Like in the beginning, Elena, before you came on, I said, a lot of parents, we feel like we failed our kids, because of the choices they made or the decisions they made. Excuse me. We feel like we failed them, but the thing is, we gave them the tools. And again, once they get that outside influence from that outside world, things change. Their mental changes.
Yep.
And you wonder, like, is that my child? Like, what happened to you?
Yep. Yeah.
I taught you. You went to church. You grew up in a spiritual family. I mean, you went to school. You had help with homework. You had there at the football games, there at the baseball games, cheerleading. I mean, you did all of those things.
Right.
And then they get grown, and it's like, Huh? You like what?
Yeah.
Is that my child?
They make their own choices.
And we feel bad. Like you weren't on earlier, but I said, a certain situation happened with my son. I felt like, damn, I'm a horrible mom, man. I just did this. Oh my God, all this is my fault, and blah blah blah. And I had to sit back and think about, like, damn, it's really not my fault. Biblical and legally, the contract is over at the age of knowing right from wrong. Sometimes the support is advice that don't want to be heard. Absolutely.
True.
That's true.
You gotta preach, AK.
The most true thing that's been said on here tonight. It is. And when you have an adult child who's constantly making bad decisions, when you know they know right from wrong.
Right.
What do you do? You can't keep calling. You got to show that tough love. You got to show that tough love.
Yeah.
You have got to show that tough love. Like, nope. Because let me tell you something. It's been sometimes I said no, and I done hung up the phone and cried. But guess what?
They figured it out.
And the thing about it is we can't keep coddling them through life, because when they get our age and we're no longer here, what the hell are they going to do?
What you going to do?
When they get older and get our age, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They ain't got mama no more. They ain't got daddy no more. And of course, if they ain't got mom and daddy no more, grandparents gone too.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? In a situation like me, my grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents are all gone, plus my parents. Yeah. I have no one but my wife. I have no one. I don't have any extended families with that wisdom and knowledge that I could talk to, where I have an aunt who's still here, who I can definitely talk to. But I don't have any grandparents. I don't have no parents. I don't have no great-grandparents. So what are they going to do, especially like I can say for my kids? Because when I'm gone, they have nobody.
Yeah.
They have nobody. They don't have no grandparents. They don't have no, when mama and daddy gone, you don't have nobody. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes some people are lucky when their parents are gone, they still have their grandparents.
Yeah.
Or when their grandparents are gone, they still have their parents. Yeah. Unfortunately, God didn't see my life that way. I don't have no maternal, no paternal, grandparents or parents. So I have myself and my kids to lean on. So that's why I want them to be able to lean on themselves and learn and be able to fend and do for themselves.
Hey, Tavon. What's up, sis?
Because I just still feel like grandparents should not have to take the reign if the parents are capable of taking care of their kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep, my girl Kayvon just popped on. She's a
Kayvon.
parent and grandparent.
No, we have no one. Me or my right. See, cousin, we don't. You my cousin. All our grandparents and parents are gone. Yeah. So we don't have that extra layer of protection and cushion. But these kids have to learn how to stand on their own, and we have to stop coddling them and feeding them everything. Yeah. You have to learn how to stand on your own. We talked about that last time, Niece, when I was talking about my son, and he was like, we living in a fantasy world. We living in reality. Yes. Boy, if you go sit your ass down somewhere and go get a damn job.
Like, sir, you the one living in a fantasy.
You have to get a job. You have to, you're married, you have a house, you have to take care of your family.
Yes.
And that's what the teaching is about. That's what the molding and all of that stuff is about. As a parent, you teach your kids so they can be able to take care of themselves and take care of their family. Mm-hmm. Not for y'all to say, oh, grandma could do it. Yeah, grandma can do it because we did it with y'all, but do we have to? Are we obligated? No.
Exactly. Accountability. That's right, AK.
Absolutely.
Accountability.
Absolutely. And a lot of parents don't hold their kids accountable.
Yep.
They don't. They just feel like, oh, that's my baby. Oh,
right.
He needs my help. And they go and get loans and stuff and putting all this stuff in their name and all that for these kids that don't give a damn.
Nothing, because they know it's there. That same aunt, I keep that, bless your heart, Nanny, she's still living. But with my cousin, she had 2 boys. She had her, between her and her husband before he passed, they had a little change. Instead of her holding them accountable for the stuff that they did, she would just give. And no matter what, and that same, those cousins I was talking about, when their parents got together, they actually, and my cousin, we were in the military together. He came back home and moved back in with his mama and brought that girl in. They in the house, in his mama house, having cheering.
Ain't nobody gonna be fucking in my house but me.
And that's how it ended up where, it's really how it ended up where she, ended up taking care of the kids or whatever. It's like, get out. Like, why are you at your mama house? Because she let him, because she coddled him until she finally had enough. It's like.
And for the life of me, I will never understand how a mother lets her son or daughter come and live in their house with their girlfriends or boyfriends.
Yeah.
Girl, listen.
Yeah.
My mama would have stopped that shit at the door. She ain't even like my friends to spend a night. So about having a boyfriend.
Okay.
My mama didn't play that spending the night at her house kind of crap. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But, now I understand a different situation when your parents are living with you, because situations where they can't take care of themselves.
That's different.
That's different. But your kids are capable and you capable, and they come and live with their husbands and girlfriends and
laying up in there having babies.
What?
In there in the bedroom, and you got the crib in there. Everybody in the 1 bedroom. I never understood it.
But that's the coddling. That's the coddling that we
definitely the coddling. And I didn't get I will hold myself accountable and say, there's in a certain way. I don't know if my cousin's still on here. I'm spoiled. I am. But I didn't get coddled. I get out here and I figure shit out. Now, I will say, if something happened and I just ain't got it, I might be like, hey, listen, can you let me hold just real quick, and then I'll give back to you, type scenario. But to lay up in somebody's house and just live my life and not do nothing, not try to go forward, I couldn't do it. I never understood it.
Well, because I feel like those situations, they're taking advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they give you somewhere to stay, and then you just ease this other person in, and y'all ain't paying no bills, ain't contributing nothing, and y'all just living up. And any parent that does that, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all can say what y'all want, y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy as hell.
Wow.
Because it ain't gonna happen in my house. And if there was a certain situation, now it's different. Your house flooded, something crazy like that, and y'all wind up coming stay with me till you get. It's certain scenarios where things are different.
Yeah.
But if you are well-able body, you can get out there and work. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with her. None of that. Then you can't come stay in my house. I'm sorry.
Just laying up there now.
Mm-mm.
How you creating little humans and you ain't paying no bills? What you gonna pay for that human with? What?
Welfare, food stamps. Like you said, our government tax money, because we're the ones paying the taxes.
I never understood that.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I like me a good food stamp. Now, I get a whole lot of good food.
Food stamps.
I like me a good food stamp now.
If I ever was able to qualify for it, food stamps is great for those temporary situations.
For temporary. And that's why it's called temporary assistance for needy families.
Exactly.
Not a career.
Exactly.
Not a career.
Not a career. Generational. It should end up generational.
Temporary. TANF. Temporary assistance for needy families.
That's what it's for. That's what it's for.
Elena said in Timothy, scripture says that children's first responsibility is to honor the home in a godly way by taking care of the parents, especially if their parents have raised the child right. Absolutely, but really, does it happen? No.
AK on here preaching.
No. Yeah, right. And listen, and V just made a point, like some of the kids, they go back and they live with their parents and they got the grandkids in there. The grandparents take care of them. As soon as they get sick or get old, what they do? Ready to throw them in a damn nursing home because they don't want to be bothered.
Yep.
But they want them to be bothered with their kids and with their grown ass.
Exactly.
But they'll throw mom and daddy and grandma be talking to mama. Yeah, mom, put in a nursing home because and talking to their siblings. Yeah, we need to put mom in a nursing home. Why? She was there for you. So you mean to tell me this woman that helped you can't help her?
Yeah, I can't. I don't. Not doing it.
About what?
They're just gonna sound an alarm. It's gonna be heard all around the world.
Okay. Yeah. So she was saying the emergency broadcast that they're gonna have October 4th.
I think it's 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th is supposed to be some kind of siren or something they're gonna sound around the world like they did before. Ring everybody's cell phone. Is it coming through the cell phone?
Yeah, it's coming through any mobile device.
For what?
They did that when we went.
They say it's a practice test. So guys, when they say things are practice tests, that means
it's getting ready to happen.
We may be under martial law, or we may be under Roman blackouts.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to look more into that. But V work for the state, so she gets the.
You get updates.
And medically, I get all the information medically before it's out there from the CDC. So, this government shutdown is still supposed to take place October 1st. Lot, and this is a federal government shutdown, y'all. We talked about this on our that phone again. We talked about this on our show last week about the federal government shutdown. A lot of federal things will be shut down. A lot of people will be on what they call furlough days. Mm-hmm. A lot of the Head Start programs, if your kids or grandkids on Head Start program, it will not be available when the shutdown happens. So if your kids or your kids' friends or nieces, nephews, cousins, y'all need to let them know that with this government shutdown, Head Start will be shutting down. They will not have access to the Head Start funds. What else we talked about? We talked about the
essential workers will still have to go.
Essential workers will still have to go, but they will be working without pay.
Yeah, but they get paid on the back end.
On the back end. So if you guys didn't catch our show last week, you can go back on our Ladies Den Facebook page and watch that show when we talked about everything. Like I literally read every department, every place that would be affected by this shutdown. And the shutdown is supposed to take place October 1st. As of now, it is still going to take place. So they haven't changed anything. They haven't said any different. So the main thing that I'm telling you guys is about the Head Start, because I know a lot of parents that work and their kids are on the Head Start program. It will not be available. Funds will not be available for that program. It will be shut down while the federal government is on this shutdown. How long the shutdown will be, we don't know. They did not say. So many people will be affected by this, but on a federal level, not on a state. Okay, so if you work for the state, you good. They will probably be furloughing some of your days, but on a state level, you're fine. Anybody that works for the federal government, not only will you might be affected, but if you work for the federal government, you probably know about this shutdown. If not, y'all need to watch the news, or you can go back and watch our show from last week where we talk about the shutdown. But y'all, that's it for us tonight. We thank y'all for tuning in. This was a very, very good topic to talk about.
It was.
But one thing I have to say, as a parent, we never want to turn our back on our kids. But again, you have to know your kids. And I don't ever say really just turn your back on your kids if you don't know the circumstances. Always find out what their circumstances are. Always try to sit with them and have a conversation. Nisa put the last week's episode in the comments so you guys can go back and look at it. And just watch the news, man, because this shutdown is going to be real. It's going to be real big, and it's going to affect a lot of people on the federal level and some maybe on the state level. We got to see where they're going with this. But just love on your kids, love on your grandkids, and just love on everybody, period.
Love on everybody.
But also, don't let your kids take you for granted.
No.
All right. You're not living babysitters, and you should be living your life. But if you have to step in and take care of your grandkids, please do so. Please do not let your grandkids go in the system, because I wouldn't let mine go in there if it came down to that. But these are conversations that we need to have with our kids about the future, about things they can do to prevent certain things. And just communication. You just got to have an open communication with your kids. I have an open communication with my boys, but my boys know I'll cut their ass out in a minute and let them know, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't playing with y'all. But at the same token, you got to do things with love as well. So I'm not telling y'all to just turn your back on your kids. No, that's not what we're saying. But like Elena said, it's accountability. We need to hold them accountable for the things that they do, the things that they say, and how they care for their families. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes no is love.
Hold grown folks accountable. And accountability is love. You just have to hold them accountable. So thank y'all for tuning in to the Ladies Den. Don't forget to go and follow us on Facebook at the Ladies Den, on Instagram at the Ladies Den 2023. And please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Ladies Den Podcast. If you want to be a guest on the Ladies Den, if you have a topic that you want to hear us talk about, you can email us at the ladiesden23@gmail.com, or you can just post it on our Ladies Den Facebook page, or our Instagram page, or even our YouTube page. Again, that's Facebook, the Ladies Den, Instagram, the Ladies Den 2023, and on YouTube, the Ladies Den Podcast.
Subscribe.
Yes, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
And as always, we love you guys. Before we
roll out of here, we do. We love y'all. But before we roll up out of here, it's 2 shows I want to put up real quick.
Oh, yeah.
First show, this is the 5th annual breakfast. Why I say breakfast? Am I hungry?
I should have sent you my flyer. We'll do that next week, though.
Breast Cancer Awareness Show presents A Night of Paris, featuring fun-size models. This is the event that's created by Miss Tara. I don't know if she's still on here, but Tara Moses. I will be hosting this show, y'all. This will be my first time hosting like this. So this is a whole fashion show. And I'll be hosting this, but tickets are on sale right now on Eventbrite. So please go check it out. It's happening in October. I'm trying to look on here to see if the date is on here real quick. Is at the bottom.
I'm gonna send you something real quick in the ladies' den and see if you could post this real quick.
Okay, so it's on October 28th. Tickets are on sale now. Come and check it out. We're gonna have vendors, models, designers, everything, and we're gonna have Tara on the show next week.
Oh, this phone is acting
crazy. Chat with us, and she'll be telling us a little bit more about her show and just the whole. I know this is gonna be a nonprofit thing that's sponsored by cancer as well as a lupus nonprofit. And then one more I wanted to show is
go ahead.
17th. I'm a part of this show. It's called Boots and Beauties. It's women military vets. We're all a part of the show. Tickets are on sale for that as well. This right here is Meet Our Models, and you can see I'm right there on the top line right there. But it's this is organized by Miss Nita L. Suggs, and we're gonna have her on here as well. Of course, before the show, there'll probably be sometime in November before the show happens.
Okay.
But I just want to throw that out there.
Do you have? I'm trying to pull this mine up. My phone is acting crazy. I guess I done dropped it so many times. Do you have the Asia's Beauty prom flyer?
We got.
The prom. I said it right.
Prom coming up right there. 7th annual Ageless Adult Prom Sneaker Edition. Hello, December 9th. Tickets are on sale for that as well. So put your formal stuff on, make yourself real nice and formal, and then put your sneakers on. Put sneakers on for that. We're gonna be
ladies, no heels. I mean, like, come on, you can't beat that.
Yes, tickets are on sale for that right now. So get all your stuff ready. Just get ready and come out and have a good time.
It's not letting me pull mine up, so I'm just going to show y'all. I mean, it's not letting me send it to Nisa, but I am also, I'm going to show y'all this flyer. I can never get this phone right.
Sister JJ's event.
Sister JJ's event is Models Against Cancer. It's October 7th. I am pledging to my sis, Adrian Stearns Price, $100. So if anybody wants to donate, I'm gonna try to get this flyer sent to Nisa so she can put it in the comments. If anybody wants to donate, like, no amount is too small. If you want to donate $2 or $1, it doesn't matter. No amount is too small, and all of the money goes to Adrian. If you don't know Adrian, she is in the process of battling stage 4 colon cancer. So it just will not come up. I'm going to post it on the Ladies Den page because this phone is acting crazy. I'm going to post it on the Ladies Den page along with my Cash App and anybody that wants to donate to her. And if you're just on Facebook and you're looking around, it's a lot of the models. Myself,
I'm gonna share this
Tammy,
one right here.
It's a bunch of us that are donating to Adrian. So we all have our Tammy, she's also donating to Adrian. So we all have our Cash App, and we're just asking people to, kindly donate whatever they can. Like I said, no amount is too less. You can donate $1, $2, $3, $5, $50, whatever you want. So you can also donate to Tammy as well, who's also giving her pledge to Adrian, and we will be presenting Adrian with the pledges the night of the show. So, and if you just want to come out and see a great show, this is an awesome thing that Sister JJ does about cancer. She does it every year. So, she's just a selfless person, baby. She just do so much for everybody else. So, come out and support us. Come out and see a great fashion show. But then also come out and talk to some survivors. Some of you might be dealing with this with a family member or a friend or anybody. And you can just come out and feel at home, because a lot of these people are survivors. A lot of us are walking for people we've lost. Like, I lost my mother to lung cancer. My father had prostate cancer. So I'm walking for them. I'm walking in honor of them, but I'm also walking in honor of my friend Adrian. So just come out. It's an awesome show. So just come out and support us. So I think that was it. That's all we had to say. So
definitely.
Thank y'all. It's always good to have some beautiful faces in the den, and we thank you guys dearly for your support from the bottom of my heart. Catch us every Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. We love y'all. We out.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Yeah.
So there's no confusion. Love what you do. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies' Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
Bye. Bye.
See y'all later.